Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Cassandra here from BlueDuck Malaysia, and I'm the Chief Revenue. And today it's definitely my pleasure and our BlueDuck's pleasure to be able to, have this opportunity from Property Guru to share about the zero deposit insurance. Is it sustainable for landlords? I am sure those are the questions that landlords are asking. All right, so a brief introduction about myself. I am a university graduate turned international achiever in financial industry and now transition into the fintech industry. So we are here to actually offer an end-to-end fintech solution to the real estate market. And we are hopefully to actually move out of Malaysia by next year. All right, so in BlueDuck, right, we strongly believe in partnerships and collaborations. Hence, we are working very, very closely with different property real estate players in the market. And yes, so today we'll be sharing a little bit about on zero deposit, but before that I will move on to our brief company introduction. So we are a homegrown, very local Malaysian team, and then looking forward to make the change in the real estate market. So we started off in 2018. And then to actually develop our own PropTech solution, which is the tenancy operating system. Then we move on to realize that, hey, you know what, the market actually need a product. So hence we actually working, also co-develop insurance, zero deposit insurance with insurer on the residential market as well as commercial zero deposit. So currently the product we're offering is mostly on the residential side, but however, the commercial zero deposit will be launching soon, hopefully by next month or Q1 2022. So yeah, so with this solution, we are hoping to actually educate the market about this zero deposit insurance and also to let the market know about the whole solution, how can it work, and also help to reduce the vacant units for the landlords. All right, so let's talk about zero deposit. So a security deposit is also known as rental deposit. So basically, it's a cost for the tenant when they actually move into a new house or new apartment. So which also act as a collateral for the landlord to cover any rental debts. So basically, for different countries, they have different common practice in collecting security deposit. So let's just say in UK, right, it actually takes about 6 weeks for a new renter, all right, for them to actually fork out the security deposit. So then in Germany, it takes about 3 months usually. But in some countries, right, they really do depends on whether the house is fully furnished or it's partially furnished to determine on the collected security deposit. So in Malaysia, we are commonly collecting about 2.5 months security deposit, and it acts as a collateral to protect the landlord's interest. Okay. So the rest of the zero deposit, right? It's been a while since all over the world. All right. So in Switzerland, there are also this zero deposit insurance scheme, and then there are also happening in UK, London, and even in New York City, and in Malaysia. Malaysia actually started in 2017. But however, the traction it was only getting noticed when it's last year, possibly due to pandemic, and then also the timing. All right, and then also Germany is also already offering for a while already, and the latest country that we noticed that is offering zero deposit insurance is India. So let's talk about the challenges faced by the landlords all this while in the rental market. So as a landlord, I believe that you will face some challenges is that tenant. I'm not sure whether they choose not to or they cannot afford, but they tend to actually negotiate on the security deposit. So possibly also because they are more aware of the uncertain market right now, and hence they tend to negotiate on that, whether they can discount on the security deposit or not. Okay, or maybe they say that, okay, since it's a 2.5 months, perhaps I can pay 1.5 month for now, and then the second 1 month I can pay by next month once I move in, something like that. So they could actually negotiate on this, and then for a landlord, they may unable to accept tenant who is not going to pay the deposit, all right, and hence they actually drag even longer on their vacant units. All right. So another challenge that a landlord faces is that, who is this tenant? Okay. So they may face a lot of tenants requesting to rent a house. And then when there is a potential tenant comes in, they may also ask like, is this a good tenant? Is he a good paymaster? So that kind of questions do arise. And then also, because of the security deposit, right, a landlord, they actually needs to actually return back the security deposit. So there are also cases that when landlord try to reduce or deduct the security deposit, and there may be disagreements between the landlord and tenant. All right. So in this present moment, zero deposit insurance is a alternative, I would say, and offering into the market. And I would say that it's gaining high attractions. And I just let you know a brief idea how this zero deposit insurance work. And to be honest, is it still able to hold tenant liable? And then is it really able to protect a landlord's interest? A landlord may ask. Okay, so basically, zero deposit insurance is an insurance. All right, it's an insurance policy that is purchased by the tenant for the landlord. All right, so it actually acts as a protection for the landlords in the event of tenant actually run away, which is covering on your rental loss. Or maybe there are unsettled utility bills, which also able to cover on the outstandings. And or maybe this tenant actually, damages the house intentionally. So I'll give you an idea is that an example of 2,000 per month rental. As a tenant, they will have to fork out at least 2.5 months of deposit, as well as 1 month advance rental just to move into a new house in Malaysia. Okay, so let's just say a tenant wanting to rent a house of 2,000, he will actually have to fork out 7,000 ringgit before they move in. And then with BlueDuck Zero Deposit Solution, all right, they will only need to pay an advance rental of 2,000 plus a package, which is maybe 800 ringgit per annum. So how does it protect landlord? Landlord may ask like, hey, you know what? I'm not collecting deposit, so I feel insecure. All right. So basically, like I said, it just replaces on the security deposit. So how it works is that if in the event a tenant actually run away, all right. So after that, the landlord will think that, okay, then I'll have my rental loss. Okay. So then what insurance company will do, they actually protect up to 2 months of unpaid rental, utility bills, as well as Malaysia's damage total up to 10,000 ringgit. So basically, we are encouraged that the tenant choose a package that is of equal or even greater protection of their property or on their security deposit. All right. So basically, the solution offering in the market right now in zero deposit insurance, right? The idea is to reduce the vacancy and also increase on the rental income for the landlord. So it has already proven that it's an effective marketing tool for the landlord when they actually posted their units with the zero deposit. Okay, and also the other solution that the whole zero deposit insurance also able to provide is that tenant will have to go through a tenant screening, all right, process before they hop onto this zero deposit solution. Hence, with that credit profile, with that tenant profile, landlord is able to know this tenant better, not based on their looks or their name cards, but based on their credit history. So with that, landlord is actually able to make an informed decision to choose the best paymaster as their tenant. Okay, other than that, people might be worrying about the rental collection part. Will he pay on time or not? But again, as we all human, we might forget or we might delay 1 or 2 days on the payment side. All right. So with the systematic rental collection, right, it's able to help the landlord to collect the rental on time, which I would like to show you this. Whether it's sustainable or not in the future, I will have you as a landlord to decide, okay, whether this is your deposit solution. So just now I've shared about the packages offering in Malaysia, okay, from us, all right, as well as the packages which is same intention zero deposit insurance offering all over the world. So in Malaysia, I would like to show you is the differences of the rental per square feet for a landlord who actually rent out with zero deposit insurance versus the traditional collections of a security deposit. So as you can see from the screen, the blue color is the zero deposit, rent out with zero deposit. You can actually see that generally it's a higher rental income compared to the traditional way. So this survey that we have done is through these properties in Klang Valley, through these 12 properties. All right. So generally, result proven is that, hey, when a landlord actually rent out with zero deposit, the rental income is actually slightly higher, okay, compared to the rental per square feet. All right. So then the landlord move on to another question is that, okay, if I offer this zero deposit insurance, all right, will the tenant still be liable? Is their obligation as the tenant still needs to be fulfilled? The answer is definitely yes. Okay. For a tenant who would like to hop on to this zero deposit solution, they want to move in without paying high deposit, right? They will need to establish a good tenant profile. All right, so landlord definitely appreciate a good tenant that has a very good credit history, that has a proper job, a stable job, okay? It will definitely provide confidence. So for tenant-wise, right, they will require to do a tenant profile by submitting their documents via online, which it only happens in a split second. They can actually know that whether they are a good tenant or not. So with that tenant profile, as a landlord, you will see from his tenant profile that whether he's a good tenant, and then you can make an informed decision. So other than that, tenants, for them to actually choose to onboard with this zero deposit, right? They want to move in with zero deposit, they will have to authorize a rental payment, okay, through FPX direct debit. So which is similar like credit card standing instruction. So now the rental will be collected directly from their savings account every month. And with this, right, it will actually protect landlord's interest. So a landlord's challenge can basically their risks are being reduced. Okay, so other than that, because the tenant and landlord, they are both signing on the dotted line, tenant is supposed, and also they are both legally bind to this whole transaction. So hence, tenant are actually expected to fulfill the tenancy agreement. So now I am showing with you on the direct debit rental collection impact. Okay, so as you can see from the graph, based on our experiences, okay, this comparing the property units with tenants sign up direct debit, right? It's way we can collect the rental on time much higher compared to without direct debit. So as you can see, for 0 to 5 days with direct debit, right, it's way higher. As well as without direct debit, the rental collections, rental receive, it take longer time. So with that, right, we can conclude that with direct debit, with the systemized rental collections, it will definitely help in landlord receiving the rental payment on time. Okay, so of course, I've actually shared about over the world on the rise of the zero deposit insurance over the world, as well as the packages that currently market is offering, and as well as clearing your doubts as a landlord that, hey, you know what, our tenant actually still liable for all the obligations as a tenant. So now let's talk about the future. What we are foreseeing is that this landlord insurance is going to stay. Okay, the rise of zero deposit is becoming more, and that is also because with the help of the system. It increases on the transparency. Landlord love transparency, tenant love transparency, we all love transparency. So what we do is that with the system help, okay, everybody can actually log into their system to check on their rental status online at their fingertips. And moving forward, we are looking at blockchain using the smart contract for the insurance and tenant profiling for the betterment of the whole rental market, secondary market. Okay, so past, we may take days to actually move into a new house, but now it could take only a few hours, all right? With that, we can actually help to reduce the vacant units as well as to increase your rental income, okay, in the near future with protection. All right. So yes, thank you so much for your time for staying with us this 15 to 20 minutes of a session. So our office is in Mid Valley, Menara IGB. So and then if you would like to know more about this zero deposit, you can contact me at 016269754, or you can check out our website at www.BlueDuckMY, and email if you like. Email that could be hello@BlueDuckMY. And if you would like to book a slot on the collaborations opportunity, if you're a landlord, if you are a developer, if you're a property manager, so do check out on kalani.com/BlueDuck. If you are management in a corporate, we also do offer on our EB. So yeah, so thank you so much, and I hope that this session, right, will give you an insight of how this zero deposit insurance works, and then as a landlord, you can decide whether it's sustainable and whether it's actually helping you in the whole rental process. Thank you.